Our prior video was mainly about the Bobbywires inventory system, keeping track of the inventory, shipping and transferring fruit, shipping to customers or transferring fruit between warehouses. Now we've added a pricing charge module. Hopefully this can be used by salespeople to price the fruit and create charges and be able to import that information into the company's billing system. So we're going to go to order history, and we have an order here. 12 pallets shipped to Adams, typical shipment. And we've added this apply prices and charges. So this would technically kind of be our invoice. The number of boxes shipped, we haven't priced it yet. We have apples, citrus, and grapes. You can control how detailed you get just by changing the summaries up here, but because we want to show grade, I've got the level set at 5. So let's price them. Apples, 45s. Let's get $18 a box for those. And these are 50s, a little smaller, so we'll get $17.50 for those. Price. And the clementines, I have no clue what the prices should really be, but I'm going to say they're worth 20 bucks a box. Price that. And the crimson seedless, 700s, $16. And the 900s, $17. I can put decimal points in. I'm just doing this quickly. So now we've priced our fruit out. Pallets, price, and amount. Now, of course, we have charges we have to apply. There are two types of charges. Actually, there's three types of charges, and I'll show them. When you hit charges up here, you can apply charges to individual lines, or you can apply charges to the entire everything on the invoice. So the first type of charge is one type is just collect from the customer, send the money to the vendor. Then a recorder is this type of charge. So I'm going to say, okay, 28 bucks for a recorder, add it to the invoice. It's done. But we have another type of charge where we actually have to prorate. So we're going to use the delivered freight, very common. This is the case where we have to pay a freight company, but we're going to take the money out of the fruit. Say the freight bill's $500, and I'm going to add that. Now you can see that we're starting to get some numbers up here. This is the landed price is $17.50, but the FOB is $16.98. The cost of the fruit, because we had to take out 33. Well, you can see how I prorated the $500 across, and we prorate by boxes shipped. So now that we've got our recorder and our delivered freight, we can go back and apply some charges to specific line items. The clementines, they had to have an inspection. So we're going to apply some charges just to the clementines. You can see little pluses have appeared here to show that we've applied charges to those pallets. So we're going to go into the clementines. I'm going to ask for some charges. And this was an inspection. Now an inspection shouldn't lower our FOB price because we base our commission on our FOB price. This was an inspection we had to do, and we're going to let the vendor pay for the inspection, the people we bought the fruit from. So I'm going to say 0.15 cents a box was the inspection cost. See, we can put in prices here a total amount, or we can do it per box, and it'll just multiply out by the number of boxes. Add that. So now you can see we've got our delivered freight, plus each of these pallets have got like a 1080 charge for inspection. But you can see that the FOB freight was applied to the FOB and the cost. But when we get to the inspection, the FOB wasn't affected. Just the cost of the fruit was impacted because we're taking the charge against the vendor that provided the fruit. Now I'm going to do some magic with these sorts up here. They're very handy. I'm going to move lot to the very top, and I'm going to set the sort that moves lot in here. And then I'm going to say I only want to see it down to the... So now it's just lot. That's all I'm looking at is lot. We have 8 pallets off of this lot, and these of course are our clementines. We could move this down so you can see what was on it, but we want to make it easy. So okay, now I'm going to apply boat charges. I'm assuming this is imported fruit, so we're going to apply some boat charges here. And boat charges are kind of like the inspection charge. The vendor that shipped the fruit to us pays it. We still got a commission on the FOB price of the fruit. So we've got vessel charges here. They're non-print. You don't see them on the invoice. And let's suppose it was like $6 to get the fruit here. $6 a box. And we're going to add that. So now we've lowered our consigned, and you can see there's some pretty big numbers here each of these pallets. I'm going to go back to the, and now I'm going to apply charges to this, which is all the other fruit but that come up on a different lot, and that's the vessel charge. Let's suppose that was a little bit more expensive, $7 per box. Add, and we've added the you can see these now. We have this delivered freight and vessel charges, again the larger charges. Turn to the main menu. So really we kind of have our invoice here now. We have our we can set this back up, move the lot back down because our customer that we're invoicing doesn't care about the lot, and we can set this to level 5, and if we don't want him, that kind of shows him the prices. Actually, if you see, if we move this up to 4, our prices get a little funny here because we're combining the two prices of the apples and the crimson seedless. So we're going to, this is the summary level to 5, which means we're going to have 5 levels across here. And we're going to move lot down because we don't want to let our customers see the lot. And we have an invoiceable number here. Apples, boxes shipped, how many pallets, and the landed price, and the amount. Now, how do we get this information into our home accounting system? A little button here called Show Excel. And it'll open up a file here for you. And we have to make it look a little pretty here because it's an Excel. And spread these out where you can see them. And get our prices looking more like prices. I'm just formatting them in 2 decimal points. Same thing with these. Format cells is a number. Okay. So what we have here is this pallet. This is how much we've invoiced for. This is our FOB dollars, and this is what we owe the grower. Or that's the cost of sale. If it's purchased fruit, do some magic numbers with that. If and this is our charges. As you can see, this one is kind of a, set this up in a T account if you'd like. Essentially, accounts payable to accounts receivable. This one, you can see that we've had to accounts payable. We take it out of FOB and we take it out of cost of sales. Pretty easy to see the spreadsheet how we did the accounting. Well, I hope this has been a helpful demonstration. I'm going to close this. You can save it. I'm going to say no. A helpful demonstration of the new module to price and add charges to our ship fruit in the Bobbywires inventory system. Thank you.